Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Tonight, the Waco Lions play host to the Knights from Harker Heights. I'm Lark Smith, along with the coach, Butch Henry. And, Coach, kind of like last week, Waco High comes into the game one win on the year, a chance to pick up their second win as well as their first win in district play.
You know, everybody wants to finish first, but nobody wants to finish last. And there's a good chance one of these teams could be at the bottom of the district standings because neither one of them have won a district game yet, but that will change tonight. Somebody get in the win column. It's homecoming for Waco High. They'd like to put on a good show in front of the X's.
We will see who gets that first district win in just a few moments right here on Waco ISD TV.
Tonight, we would like to recognize Coach Landon Boffman as Waco High School's Coach of the Week. Coach Boffman is a 2011 graduate of Waco High School. He attended East Texas Baptist University, where he was a four-year letterman in football and minored in kinesiology and earned his history education degree in 2015. Coach Boffman began his teaching and coaching career in 2015 at Tennyson Middle School and is currently beginning his first year at Waco High. His hobbies include watching football, spending time with fiancée Julie, who also teaches at Waco High, as well as time spent with his dog J-Mac and family and friends. Lion pride truly runs deep in Coach Boffman's family. His mother, sister, and brother are all Waco High alumni. Go Lions! We want to thank Coach Boffman for his hard work and loyalty to our proud school district. We wish him and the Lions all the best in the remainder of the season. Congratulations, Coach Landon Boffman. Tonight, we would like to recognize Miss Dawn Stickley as Waco High School's Teacher of the Week. Miss Stickley is a Baylor University graduate earning degrees in history and English. She has taught in Waco ISD for over 20 years. Miss Stickley loves the outdoors and spends her free time fishing and kayaking or traveling with her family. She and her husband, Paul, have a son, Michael. We want to thank Miss Stickley for her hard work and loyalty to our proud school district. We wish her and the Lions all the best in the remainder of the school year. Congratulations, Miss Dawn Stickley.
Scarlet Line officers are Captain J.J. Aguilar, Co-Captain Cale Harris, First Lieutenants Hannah Gill and India Powell, Second Lieutenants Jasmine Jordan and Helena Evans. The Scarlet Line team is performing a routine tonight with the Little Red Line to Roar by Katy Perry. Enjoy. The Scarlet Line and the Little Red Line. Thank you, ladies and gents. And now, coming to the field, Waco High School proudly presents the 2000.
Take them to the labyrinth. Lions are advanced to the field of the court. 2018 Lion Flag Band to all of our band volunteers for their tremendous efforts and support this season.
Harker Heights Knights and the Waco Lions have both made their way onto the field for tonight's contest. Jerry Edwards, the head coach of the Harker Heights Knights in his 6th season as their head coach, a record of 20 wins and 37 losses, brings his team in at 0-6 on the season and 0-4 in league play. Waco High got the opening victory against University, but has not won since. They're 0-3 in league play. 1-4 on the season in Kwame Cavill's first year. The Waco Lions dressed out in their red tops and white pants, and the Harker Heights Knights in their all-white uniforms tonight. The Waco Junior ROTC presenting the colors at midfield, so we'll get our national anthem and Texas Our Texas here in a few moments. Coach, we got a really nice night weather-wise for tonight's contest. Temperature in the low 70s. Not much wind. What the wind is blowing out of the south. That's from right to left on your radio, or excuse me, on your TV screen. Actually, it's in the lower 80s right now.
Yeah, it's a little warmer than I thought it was going to be, but I just, if you'll hang on a couple of days, I think it might cool off a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's what they're telling us. It's going to cool off pretty quick here.
Yes, Harker Heights team is only averaging 10 points per game, so that's not very good. But on the other side of the coin, Waco High's only scored 44 points in their last 4 games, so they're averaging about 10 points a game in the last 4.
Both teams have had trouble putting points on the board. Waco High has scored just 8 touchdowns in their first 5 games of the season. 7 of those 8 on the ground. The passing game has not been very prolific. Passing game is just 31 of 57 for 275 yards and that 1 touchdown. Meanwhile, on the ground, the Lions have gathered 565 yards on 147 carries and 7 touchdowns. Randy Carpenter, their leading ground gainer, has only had 2 games of 100 yards plus, and those were the first 2 games of the year, the non-district games against University and Georgetown. And that's what they need to do tonight, Coach, is get that running game going.
Yeah, Randy Carpenter is their bell cow, but like I said, through the season 5 games, he's only had 3 touchdowns. That's not very prolific.
Here's our national anthem from the Waco High Choir.
Now, Texas, our Texas. Good job, guys, as always.
Always a tradition here at Waco ISD Stadium to play Texas Our Texas after the national anthem. Again, the Waco Lions looking for their second win of the year. Started off with a 29-22 win over the University Trojans, but then went on the road, losing to Georgetown 17-7 and at Ellison 35-16 before they had an open date before coming home to take on Midway, losing here at Waco ISD Stadium 57-7 to Midway, and then this last week they went on the road to Copper's Cove and dropped the 68-14 decision.
So they've given up 57 and 68 points in their last two contests.
Got to shore up the defense a little bit.
They really do. They really do.
Meanwhile, Harker Heights started out the season against Round Rock at home, lost 36-7. They went on the road for the next two games, losing at Stony Point 45-22, and then Open District with a 45-0 loss at Temple. Their next outing was against Belton, a 48-18 loss before being shut out by Killeen at Killeen 21-0. Last week they took on Killeen Ellison and dropped a 37-13 decision. Our captain's about to meet at midfield with our officiating crew. Coach, where's our officiating crew from?
Well, this is a 6A district game. They are from the Austin chapter. Our referee is Patrick Harris. Umpire is John Carter. The linesman is Eric Kirshner. Line judge is Rosendo Mendoza. Field judge is Caesar Simpson. Side judge is Dana Hopkins, and the back judge is Mike Carroll, and observing tonight, the astute Michael Mole.
Waco High captains at midfield are Corey Hebron and Rodney Ratliff, along with Jordan Banda and Chris Escada. And they're meeting with Dorian Black, number 44, number 47, Marcus
Waco
Harris.
has won the toss, elected to defer to the second half.
And number 18, Jack Middleton. And one other captain is number 36. That's Romel Dudley. Waco High won the toss, will defer.
The Knights has elected to receive.
They'll take the ball, and they'll be going from right to left on your television screen. They will take what breeze is blowing from the south end. Right now only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour here in the first quarter. Coach, somebody's got to get a win tonight.
Yeah, they do, and both defenses have not been very good at all, so both these teams got to shore up the defense. Based on what the defense have done, it could be a high-scoring affair, and I think it'd be a close game, and we may get a look at a freshman quarterback for Waco High. We'll find out when they get the ball.
Talking to head coach Kwame Cavill earlier in the week, he added freshman Davion Long to the roster for this week, and he may get some time at quarterback for the Lions.
Remember, the Lions are led defensive by Corey Ebron. He wears number 3. He's just a really good football player, along with Rodney Ratliff. Both these young men have really had a good season so far.
And talking Kwame during the week, I think we're going to see Ebron at a linebacker, line up in the linebacker spot quite a bit.
That's where he should be, I think, personally.
Isaiah Devane is back deep, along with Jalen Washington in the middle. And on the far side, it's number 3, Marcel Ramirez. They wait the kick of Chris Escada. This has been the kickoff guy for Waco High all year. Got a squib kick that bounces and caught at the 18-yard line, taken to the middle of the field by Isaiah Devane, and Devane will get it out to about the 32-yard line. Return of about 14 yards. Harker Heights will have the ball at their own 32-yard line to set it up.
Nice tackle that time, but Naquavian Mathis from Waco High, and kickoff returns and punt returns have been their nemesis this year, so they played that one pretty well. But they had a different type of kickoff also.
Harker Heights will start off with Terrence Carter at the quarterback. Andre Gebhardt, number 41. At the running back spot, he takes the handoff, goes around right tackle, and takes a couple of Lions with him up to about the 39-yard line for a 7-yard gain.
You know, Coach Jerry Edwards is a good football coach. He's been around a while, been down at the Heights for 5 or 6 years, but you know what? You're a lot better coach when you have better talent.
Yes, sir. Rafael Moana is the center. The guards are Chan Reinhardt and Malay Tuiatsi. And the tackles, Sean Dye and Chris Taylor. 2nd down and 2, back to pass, overthrown. Looking for Mikhail Mason with that one, but a little too tall for him.
Well, do you see a number 3 on the field anywhere for Harker Heights?
Not right now.
He's supposed to be their best athlete, plays quarterback some, wide receiver and tailback, but I don't know where he is.
Yeah, that's Marcel Ramirez, and right now I don't see him anywhere. Carter takes the snap and hands it off to Gebhardt. Gebhardt straight ahead running will only get it to the 41-yard line. They're going to be 4th and 1, Coach.
It's an early decision for Coach Edwards right off the bat. You punt the football here, you go for it, and so far I hadn't seen the punter come in, so maybe they're going for it or try to draw him offside.
Well, they got some confidence apparently in their running game because they're going to hand it off to Gebhardt, and he's going to be, well, actually that's not Gebhardt. He'll get the 1st down. Hand it off to DeAndre August Buford. I'm sorry, that's Katavian Johnson, number 33. Katavian Johnson with the carry. He gets the 1st down.
There's no look at it. He bowed his neck and went right up Main Street. So, and yes, that Corey Hebron is at linebacker tonight.
Johnson got 2 yards on the play to get the first down of the game. Full house backfield now for Heights. Out of the shotgun, pitch goes to Jalen Washington, and Washington on the student body sweep. It's about 6 yards out of it.
Knocked out of bounds that time by Keith Gullery Jr. There it is right there. There's old Keith, number 20, coming in and taking him out of bounds.
Gain of 6 on the play up to the 49, brings up 2nd down and 4. Opening possession of the game. Carter works under center. Fakes the handoff, rolling to his left, looking for a target. Nobody there. He'll tuck it and run with it, and Waco High will run him out of bounds at midfield.
Nowhere to go that time for Carter. Has a good defense on part of Waco High. You take a look at it. They had the receiver covered, and there's nowhere to go.
7th play of the drive. Again, it was kept alive on a 4th and 1 on a 2-yard run by Johnson. Face a 3rd down and 3 here at midfield. 2 receivers wide to the right. Carter with the pitch in the backfield, goes to Johnson, and Johnson bounces it outside. We'll have the 1st down and a bit more. Now we have a flag trailing the play, our first flag of the game.
I think that was a block in the back from Harker Heights, I believe, from what I saw up here. We'll find out.
Tavian Johnson had the 1st down, but we'll see if that's going to come back. The flag was thrown at the 49.
Holding. Offense, number 4. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd and 13 at the Harker Heights 40.
That makes it a lot different situation now. This should bring up a passing down from Terrence Carter, and they don't pass the ball that frequently. When they do, they don't pass it that good.
Actually, Johnson got 2 yards before the holding, and they mark off 10 yards from the 48 back to the 42. So it's 3rd down and 11. Carter straight drop back, under pressure, gets out from under it, and now runs with the football. A good open field tackle will keep him from getting a 1st down. Nice job on defense there by Waco High's Demarion Lyons.
Actually, Lyons had a lot of pressure on him because he's also covering the receiver. He decided to come up try to make the tackle, which left the receiver wide open, but Carter decided to run it instead.
Carter got 5 yards on the play, brings up a 4th down and 7 from the 47. Back to punt is Mikhail Mason. To receive the punt for the Lions, J.D. Reese. Good snap. Punts it toward the far sideline. It'll take a Harker Heights roll inside the 10-yard line and finally killed about the 7.
I don't think that's where Waco High wanted to start their first possession, especially with a freshman quarterback, but we'll see how it works out for them.
3 minutes and 13 seconds is what Harker Heights kept on the football for the first possession of the game. Got 1 first down in the possession, but now Waco High has it 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line. And indeed, it will be the freshman quarterback, Davion Long, calling the signals for Waco High. He'll have Randy Carpenter in the backfield with him. On the 7-yard line, he hands it off to Carpenter, and Carpenter is turned away immediately. There in the backfield, Malaki Robinson will drop him for a loss back to the 4.
Yeah, that once again, a good running back's only as good as his offensive line. Right that time, they had good penetration from the part of Harker Heights.
Jordan Band has been moved into the center position for tonight's game. Long looks around, snaps a little late, fakes the handoff. Long in the end zone, just throws it away.
There had to be a flag on that play, I would think.
Yeah, there is at the 5-yard line on the opposite side.
Okay, there it is, yeah. Might have been offside, but I don't know whether they were drawn offside.
Yeah, I don't know if it's offside or procedure. We'll get the call from our crew out of Austin, led by Patrick Harris.
Offsides. Defense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That's a big plus for Waco High.
Yeah, because Davion Long came awful close to getting a safety. He finally just threw it out of bounds. But like I say, a lot of pressure on a young freshman coming in with the first possession inside your own 5-yard line.
Moves it out to the 9-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 6. I think that's 2nd down and 8. Long hands it off to Carpenter. Carpenter with the cut back up the middle and stumbles his way out to about the 14-yard line for a gain of 5, but it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Randy Carpenter hadn't lost his footing. He'd picked up additional yards. You see right there, he slipped just a little bit, did the pat drill, did pick up positive yardage though.
See how Davion Long does in his first 3rd down situation here. Looking to pass. Pump fake, throws it at the feet of a Harker Heights Knight, intended for McCoy out in the flat, but a little shy, so his first pass attempt is incomplete, brings up a 4th and 3 deep in his own territory.
And so once again, we'll see Chris Escada, who has really done a good job kicking for Waco High this year, not on field goals, but also on punting. Evidently, they respect him pretty good. The receiver's way back.
Certainly is. That's Mikhail Mason that's waiting back at his own 40-yard line. Late into the kick team is Sammy Johnson. Good snap. Escada gets a toe into it, brings it toward the near sideline, takes a Waco High bounce. Takes a big bounce for Waco High, and they will finally kill it at about the 36-yard line.
Nice punt off the toe of Escada that time. So both teams have had one possession, kind of feeling each other out. So we'll see now if any adjustments have been made.
Waco did not pick up a first down and kept the ball for 1 minute and 31 seconds. And Harker Heights has it for the 2nd time at their own 36-yard line. They started their last drive at the 32. Terrence Carter, the quarterback. Johnson, the running back, gets the handoff over the left side. Flag thrown on the play as Johnson whirls his way up to the 39-yard line for a 3-yard gain, but we'll see if that stands up.
Old Patrick will tell us all about it.
Holding. Offense, number 42. 10-yard penalty. First out.
We're talking about Escada punting. I think he and Corey Hebron both are nominees for the homecoming king tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
10-yard penalty takes it back to the 26-yard line where it's 1st and 20. Third penalty against Harker Heights for 25 yards so far. Carter looks to pass. Under a rush, will go down. Taking him down is Jacob Mitchell.
You know what? That was a good rush that time of Waco High. It was not a blitz. It's just a down lineman. You see old Jacob come in, make the tackle.
So it brings up a 2nd down and 23 as Carter lost 3 on that play.
Once again, this is a passing situation, but Harker Heights does not pass the ball that well. So if you're Waco High, try to put the pressure on him, but they don't look like they only have a 3-man rush this time. 3
receivers to the right. They go with the wheel play to the running back out of the backfield. He'll be run out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That pass to Jalen Washington. Washington will get only 4 out of it.
He was knocked out of bounds by Demarion Lyons that time from Waco High. You take one more look at it. There's old Demarion coming in and knocking him out of bounds.
Giving 5 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 18 from the 28. Washington the tailback. Under center, Carter will fake to Washington, roll to his right, throw back across the grain and overthrow his target. Try to go to Washington on the near side and just threw it a little too far.
Boy, he was wide open that time on the coverage. Was that Raymond O'Neill? I couldn't tell his number. No, that was Naquavian Mathis that time. He let the man get behind him. You see right there, very fortunate for Waco High.
That'll bring on Mason to punt again. Reese back to receive, waiting at the 40-yard line. Gets it away toward the Harker Heights sideline. Believe it may have hit the back of a Waco Lion. And getting on top of the ball for Waco High was Rodney Radliff. Well, that was
very dangerous.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Waco High, almost fortunate for Harker Heights.
Yep, there it was right there. And Kwame Cavill is one of the few head coaches at the 6A level that does not wear a headset.
You're right. He lets his coordinators take care of stuff, and he's just kind of observing right now.
Well, I guess if you hire a coordinator, let them do their job.
Yep. .129 is what Harker Heights held on to the football on that possession. Waco from their own 35. Jet sweep, handed off to Elon Taylor. And they'll get up to the 42-yard line.
Nice run. Maybe Waco High decide they're going to have to go outside to pick up yardage because it's been tough sledding inside.
2nd and 3 on the 7-yard gain by Taylor. Back to pass, under a rush, throws in the flat, and it is complete to Xavier Williams. But it's going to be complete for a 1-yard loss back to the 41. Or actually the 40, a 2-yard loss.
Brings up another 3rd down situation. We have not seen them throw the ball tonight to Nakevian McCoy, who's been one of their better receivers this year, so we'll see.
Coming on the blitz. Freshman gets it off to Williams. Williams stays on his feet, but unable to get past the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 4th down and 5 on a gain of none.
I thought this might be a defensive battle based on the performances of both offenses the past few weeks. And so far it has been.
Right now it's a punt fest. It'll be our 4th punt of the game. First quarter clock is down to 4:10 and counting. Low snap. Escada gets it off. Was hit about the same time he was kicking the football and got a pretty nice roll out of it. Down to about the 34-yard line.
And the reason that was not roughing the kicker, you see he fumbled the ball right there, and once you do that, it's fair game.
Waco High kept it for 1:56 on that possession. Harker Heights getting it for the third time with 3:51 left to go first quarter. And once again at their own 36-yard line. On the delay handoff, Taylor is going to be hit at the 35-yard line, or excuse me, that's Contavian Johnson who gets it up to the 35. That's a 1-yard loss.
Don't you look at this right here. Boy, what a beautiful, beautiful tackle by that young man. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was Cameron Clark.
Second and 11. Receiver on the near side is Isaiah Devane. Fake the handoff, rolling the pass, under pressure, going to be hit from behind as Keith Guillory gets there from his cornerback spot and sacks him back at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think, in fact, I know Carter didn't know he was coming. He's lucky he didn't fumble the football.
So it brings up a 3rd and 13 from the 32. Donald Gurley and Mikael Mason, the two receivers to the right of the formation. Carter rolling and looking that way, throws underneath at the sideline, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. Brings up 4th and 13.
As a look at it, not a very good pass at all.
Coach, we're under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we have just 1 first down in the game.
J.D. Reese on the coverage that time for Waco High, so maybe Waco High coming out of this with some decent field position.
So Mason back to do the punting. Reese is the deep man. Punt is away. And actually that's Ratliff, and Ratliff loses the football, and picking it up is Jalen Washington, and Washington's going to go into the end zone, but they're saying he can't
advance
it. Now, I need to know why. I understand maybe there's a rule there, but why? Why can't he advance that ball?
Why are not a rule there? You know?
Not that I want him to.
Now Coach Edwards is visiting with Patrick Harris and said, how come he can't advance that? Or was there a flag on the play? I didn't see a flag.
I didn't either. I just saw 2 officials marking the ball where he picked it up.
They're all coming back this way. That's all I know. Now, you can advance it if a running back fumbles the ball and you pick it up. I know you can advance that, so I'm like you. I don't really understand why you cannot advance it.
Jerome Ratliff had it go off his fingertips and bounced once right into the arms of Jalen Washington. And Washington headed to the end zone with it from 33 yards away. But the play was blown dead. They're having to move Jerry Edwards back from the numbers as he wants to know from our referee why that's not a touchdown for his team. Well, there is a flag all the way back at the 31-yard line. At least they're picking up a flag back there. Here's the explanation.
During the play, personal foul, offense number 44. That player has been ejected due to his actions. First down, Waco.
So Dorian Black, one of the captains of the senior defensive tackle, is removed from the game.
Okay, you cannot advance a muff. I was just been told by Mike Mull. That was a muff, and you cannot advance a muff.
I understand the rule, but why can you not advance a muff? Why is that rule there?
I don't know why you're asking me, because I don't know.
Why did they make such a rule?
Now, if it's a fumble, you could advance it, but not a muff. Now, I'll just tell you, that's the difference. I don't know.
But it will be Harker Heights ball, 1st and 10, at the 48-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to mark it in Waco High territory.
The officials are still discussing that.
Well, the first turnover of the game goes the way of the Harker Heights Knights as Waco High muffs a punt and Harker Heights recovers it, but they also suffer the 15-yard penalty.
What would be the difference between a muff and a fumble? I'm just asking.
Semantics. That's the best explanation I got. I think a fumble indicates that at one point you actually had possession of the ball.
Maybe so. I know what they're still having a lot of delay here to figure out what's going on. I'm not sure Patrick Harris and his crew know exactly what to do here.
Well, if it was ruled them up, then yes, they did the right thing by blowing the play dead. They also had behind the play the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
But they're still out there huddling up.
Yeah. So if he picked it up at the 33, 5, 10, they got it marked at the right spot, pretty close to. Marked it all the way back at the 47, looks like. Maybe the 48.
There's another look at it. That is what you call a muff.
Yeah, and the official on the far side was immediately blowing his whistle and calling the play dead. And maybe this delay is just to maybe let cooler heads prevail. I don't know.
Or maybe they're going to change the call. I don't know either. All I know, Jalen Washington took it to the house for Harker Heights. Now there's 6 officials huddling up, but the linesman over here, Eric Kirster, he's now I'm going to stay over here with Kwame. I'm not getting in that mess.
Yeah. Kwame, an interested bystander, waiting for the end of the discussion. Waco High cheerleaders trying to rev up the homecoming crowd. Be sure to stick around at halftime as we will have the crowning of the Waco High homecoming queen and king.
All right, here goes old Patrick. He's going over there to talk to Coach Edwards again. You see one of the big mums there that young lady's got on, a giant mum.
Wonder how heavy those things are.
Pretty heavy, I would imagine. You know, this is going to be a very fast first quarter.
It was.
Now we've had about a 10-minute delay to then decipher the play. Coach Edwards is not a happy camper right now.
No.
Took his headset off and he's giving old Patrick a piece of his mind.
Well, you got to appreciate a coach that fights for his players. A lot of time that's the only reason why coaches will have this discussion with officials, to show their players that, hey, I'm in this game too, I'm doing my part.
I don't know how long he's going to visit with him, but if they made the call, it's going with the game, the way I look at it.
What time does Baylor and Texas kick off tomorrow?
Good look at the Waco High homecoming crowd. They have an excellent crowd. A lot of students down there around the 30, 35-yard line where they always sit. They're very rowdy.
They had a nice tailgate going on outside the stadium, too, before the game got started.
Smell good. I think somebody did charcoal in or something.
Yeah. All right, well, I think we've got everything explained to coaches, and looks like we're about to get back to playing football here.
I hope so. It's going to be Waco High's ball, am I correct?
You are correct. Why is it going to be Waco High's ball? Didn't they recover the muff?
The penalty.
But didn't they recover the muff? Did the penalty occur before or after? I don't know, but it's Waco High's ball.
It's Waco High's ball.
Wow. 2:20 to go. On the end around. Number 84 came on Taylor.
That's twice they run that play tonight with Taylor and picked up positive yardage both times. You'll get a good look at Taylor right there. He had a really nice clearing block by Jaquan Wells. That's a point of attack.
That's 6 yards out of the play, brings up 2nd down and 4, and they are in Harker Heights territory at the 46. Randy Carpenter has the football and has some blocking up front, has the first down and gets it inside the 40 to the 39. Pick up 7 for Randy Carpenter. Waco High has their first down of the contest.
Give credit where credit's due. What a block that time by Jordan Banda from Waco High.
1st and 10. Fake to Carpenter, long on the keeper. His first carry of the night will get him 4 yards up to the 35-yard line.
I tell you, so far, Davion Long has done a pretty good job for a freshman out there quarterback.
Banda, the center, his first night at center. Long gets away from the rush, looks to pass, gets away from a few more rushers, and has maybe a yard gain up to the, well, they're going to mark him at the 33, I believe, for a 2-yard pickup. So Long on back-to-back plays has a 3rd down and 4 facing Waco High.
Finally brought down by Malik Wilson from Harker High. I think they're in 4-down territory right here.
I have to agree.
Offsides.
Oh.
Defense, 5-yard penalty.
Never mind. Another penalty against Harker Heights.
They've had 3 or 4 tonight, haven't they? We're still in the first quarter.
Jack says that's the 5th one. Waco High picks up a first down out of that offsides penalty. And the ball goes down to the 30-yard line. Second first down. Oh, no, they didn't get the first down yet. Handoff goes to Sammy Johnson, and Johnson's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Here's another look at Sammy Johnson. There's nowhere to go that time. He did that little juke move, but it was to no avail. So 3rd and short, and I believe we got a timeout here. Yep.
Yeah, I believe we got an injury timeout as being looked at by the training staff for Harker Heights is Romel Dudley, one of their captains. They've already lost one of their captains to a penalty, and Dorian Black off a defensive tackle off the defensive line.
So the clock will run now. It's not a full timeout, it's just an injury timeout. So.
Well, the play clock's not running, I guess, because we're under 40 seconds. And the game clock is down to 26 and counting.
There's play clocks now. They got it on 25, but it should be running, I think.
It's 3rd and 1 at the Harker Heights 30. Bad snap. Long will just have to get what he can out of it and gets the first down and gets it out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. A good job by Long to make something out of nothing there and get a new series of downs. Stop the clock with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Finally knocked out of bounds, kind of a combination from Adarius Haith that time, and also I believe that was Malik Wilson, who played a good game defensively for Harker High.
So Long picked up 4 on that play.
The clock will stop. This most likely should be the last play of the first quarter.
Well, maybe we got another flag, Coach. Yep, we do.
This looks like a big one,
Personal
too.
foul. Face mask. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Waco High is getting a bunch of help here. The 1st and 10 at the 13. See if Waco can get on the board before the end of the quarter. Long on the keeper. On the cutback, has it inside the 10, down to about the 9. And that'll be the final play of our first quarter. So after the first 12 minutes of this contest, we've got no score between Waco High and Harker Heights. Now let's join George Snookhouse, our stadium announcer, for a special presentation on the field.
Coach Love attended Northwest College in Mississippi prior to earning his bachelor's degree from Paul Quinn College and a master's degree from Tarleton State University. He has worked for Waco ISD for 36 years. 23 of those years were spent at Waco High School teaching and coaching before becoming principal at G.L. Wiley Opportunity Center and G.W. Carver Middle School. Coach Love is currently in his 4th year as principal of Waco High, where Lion Pride continues to run deep. Coach Love has been a leader committed to the continued success of the Waco ISD community. His support of Waco ISD athletics over the years is greatly appreciated. Please join the athletic department in honoring our newest Lifetime Athletic Honor Roll inductee, Coach Ed Love. Congratulations, Coach Love.
One of the longtime good guys. He was a member of Johnny Toose's staff at one time,
yes,
wasn't
he was. Coached with baseball in Waco High.
Yep. Certainly appreciate everything that Ed Love has done for Waco ISD over the years. Waco has a 2nd down and 6 from the 9-yard line. Trying to get the first score of the game for either team. Handed off to Carpenter. Carpenter's going to, they faked the handoff to Carpenter and Long kept it. For a minute there, I thought Carpenter was going to do a throwback. But Long with the keeper will lose yardage. Back to the 13.
If they don't pick his first down up, I would imagine we'll see a field goal attempt, I would think.
Long loses 4 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 10. Looking to pass across the middle into double team, trying to get that to Wells. And Wells had it in his hands but could not keep it in the hands to make the reception.
That's pretty dangerous throwing the ball into double coverage like that. But old Chris Escada will come in and attempt a field goal. It's certainly within his range, but got to have a good snap, good protection, and a good hold.
30-yard attempt. Ball down. Kick is on its way, and it is good. 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 2nd quarter. Waco High gets on the board first with a 30-yard field goal by Chris Escada to make it 3-0 Waco High.
Waco High next week will go down to Killeen to play Shoemaker. We'll be back here next week as University will host Burleson Centennial, the team that knocked off Burleson High last week. We saw Burleson High earlier in the year. I thought they were very good, but Centennial beat them, I believe, 21-7. So we'll have to see. They're all playing for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place behind Lido, I'll tell you that. Good look at the crowd across the way. It's a bigger crowd than they had for who was that? Austin Johnson they played?
Yeah, Austin Travis.
Travis.
Yeah.
But
9 plays to go 39 yards in 3 minutes and 10 seconds for Waco High to get on the board on that 30-yard field goal by Chris Escada.
Based on the records of these two teams and their offensive output, I didn't anticipate a very high-scoring game. So far, it has not been.
Waco High able to get 3 first downs in that scoring drive.
Now, last time Escada kicked off, he kind of set a wobbler on the ground. We'll see what he does this time. He's capable of kicking it out of the end zone.
Certainly is. And that's exactly what he kicks it out of bounds. He's looking to get it into the near corner, but just a little bit short. So we'll see if Harker Heights decides to take this at the 30-yard line. Most likely they will.
See Kwame Cavill talking to Chris down there and telling him something. Just that don't kick it out of bounds, probably.
So the Knights will take it at their 30. They've had field position at the 32, the 36, the 36, and now the 30.
I never will forget when Kwame Cavill played. I did a game at Paul Tyson. They won, and he was the offensive player of the game. He came over, and I looked over behind him. Here comes the whole offense. I said, I can't talk to all of them.
Straight ahead goes Carter. There's a flag on the play, I believe, on the near side.
Been a lot of flags tonight early going.
Certainly is. Carter just ran it straight ahead. Well, I guess that was just somebody throwing a towel from the near side. There's no flag out there. He gets it out to the 34, gain of 4 on the play for Carter. 2nd and 6. Good hit of steam by Andre Gebhardt there. Gets him close to the first down, just a yard shy to the 39.
I think it was a good move for Kwame Cavell and his staff to move Corey Hebron to linebacker from defensive end. I really do. He's one of the better defensive players.
So 3rd down and 1. Again, Gebhardt has the ball, and he'll be getting the first down out to the 42-yard line.
Both these teams are pretty much ground-oriented. I think that's pretty evident. Neither one of them have prolific passers at quarterback.
Just the 2nd first down of the game for Harker Heights.
Is that cool front already hit or
No, sir.
air conditioner?
I think it's the air conditioner.
Rather nippy in here, isn't it?
It's a little chilly. Now a whistle and a timeout, I believe, called by Waco.
Timeout, Waco. That's the first timeout of the half.
I'm going to believe that the defensive coordinator for Waco High saw something there that he didn't like, so Jeremy Mitchell asked for a timeout there.
Yeah, those timeouts don't carry over, so you might as well use them. See a good look at the Waco High crowd tonight. And they're doing the flex cam, little action, all those people flexing their muscles.
As we start play tonight, Temple leads the district at 4-0, followed closely by Midway at 3-0. Belton's at 3-1, and Colleen's at 3-2. Those are the top 4 teams. Top 4 teams go to the playoffs. Those teams trying to get back into playoff contention include Coppers Cove and Colleen Ellison, who are both 2-2. Then Shoemaker, Waco High, and Heights are all looking for their first district win. Shoemaker's playing at Ellison tonight. 9:44 left in the second quarter. 3rd down and 1. Long count by Carter. Now he'll pitch it back to Gebhardt. And he finds a nice cutback lane, gets it into Waco High territory all the way down to the 46-yard line, and Waco's into the field.
You see Gerhardt that time, he cut back against the grain and picked up some good yards. You'll see it right there. That was a nice run.
12 yards, that's the longest gainer by either team on the ground in the contest so far, as Gebhardt gets another first down for Harker Heights. This may be their first foray into Lion territory. Now we got motion up front, and it's going to be another, this will be a procedure penalty.
Yep.
False start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's a center for Harker Heights, I believe. He kind of flinched a little bit, and looks like this district is heading to a collision course between Midway and I guess Temple right now. Of course, that's subject to change.
7 penalties for 65 yards. Full house backfield. Handoff goes to Gebhardt. Corey Hebron catches up with him at the 45-yard line. And Waco's into the field again. 6-yard gain on the play for Gebhardt.
Yeah, Corey Hebron is one of the better defensive players on this team. He wears the number 3, and like I say, he's played defensive end his whole career, but they've moved him to the linebacker position, which I think is a good move.
Once again, they show that full house backfield. Pitch goes to Johnson coming around the right side, and Waco High is all over him, drops him back to the 49-yard line.
Well, good pursuit that time by Waco High. The tackle made by Jaden Ridge.
Actually, that was Washington with the carry. He'll lose 4 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13 at the Waco 49. What would normally be a passing down, but Carter right now is 1 for 4 in the passing department for just 5 yards, and I believe we're going to get
Harker Heights. That's the first time out of the half.
Get a Knights timeout.
Remember coming up at halftime and watch the halftime performance out of Get You On of the Waco Wild Band. They've already performed because they got the UIL contest right here starting in the morning, I believe at 8 o'clock. So we'll have our homecoming festivities and the homecoming king and queen. Everybody's got a mom. Guys got a mom. Girls got a mom.
I got a mom.
Yeah.
You got a mom too.
Yes.
Other games in the district tonight. Mentioned Shoemaker's playing Ellison. Midway is hosting Copperas Cove this evening. There was a Thursday game in the district where Temple defeated Killeen 35-13.
I'd say Temple's pretty good. Midway's pretty good. I think those two meet, and I think that game's in Temple, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be.
Nah, you're never wrong, Coach.
Yeah, buddy.
7:50 left in the first half. Waco High with a 3-0 lead. Harker Heights faces a 3rd and 13 at the Waco 49. Carter back to pass. Dropped like it might be a screen pass. Now he has to get out from the rush. He's going to be dropped before he gets to the back end of the sticks. Gets maybe 2 yards out of it. To the Waco 47. It's going to be 4th and 11 and most likely a punting opportunity.
That's good pursuit that time on behalf of the Waco High line.
Reese is back deep. Mason brings it toward the near sideline, takes a Harker Heights roll. Now Reese looks to pick it up, and he's going to be brought down at the 2-yard line.
I'll tell you one thing, he's very, very fortunate he didn't fumble that football. He probably should just let it go, and he might have gone in the end zone, but there it is. Right there, you say, oh, JD, so I'm going to pick it up and try to make some yardage. He picked it up all right, but he did not make any yardage.
Well, Harker Heights had it for 4 minutes and 12 seconds, picked up a couple of first downs, but once again had to punt it away. So Waco High with a 3-0 lead has the ball with 6:58 left in the first half. And the freshman quarterback, Davion Long, brings the offense back on the field with Wells going wide to the far side.
A lot of pressure on the freshman quarterback, set up his own goal line. And they're running the shotgun, so here we go.
Second time he's been in this situation. Keep in a couple of running backs. They hand it off to Randy Carpenter, tries to get around the sideline and does so, and steps out of bounds like right at the 10.
I don't think people realize how good a run that was, but Randy Carpenter, just see it right there. He just uses his speed and barely steps out of bounds. Finally knocked out of bounds there by Harker Heights.
Oop. Flag.
Stevens.
Do we have a flag? Yep, we do.
Holding. Offense, number 78. Penalty occurred in the end zone. That will result in a safety.
Wow. Wow.
I hadn't seen that in a while.
No, sir.
So Waco High will have to kick the ball to Harker Heights from their own 20.
Coach, we got 6 minutes and 53 seconds left in the first half, and we have a baseball score, 3-2.
Yeah, and I figured it'd be a low-scoring game based on the output of both these teams previously. Well, that was unfortunate penalty that time. Randy Carpenter made a good run to get the ball out from the shadow of his own goal line, but the safety brought it back for hold, and there's another look at Randy Carpenter to no avail.
Well, something else for the coaching staff to look at on film and point out to their football players. This is a teachable moment. Don't hold in the end zone.
Actually, it's pretty teachable. Don't hold anywhere. Now, is Chris going to kick this off or punt it?
I don't see a T in his hand.
I don't either.
He may drop kick it, Coach.
I believe he's going to punt it. I really do.
Well, whatever he's most comfortable doing. They send back Reese Vasquez and Jalen Washington.
Can you kick onside kick if you punt it?
Sure. It's off a good punt. Gonna take a bounce and a Waco high roll, and Washington will fumble with it back to the 23-yard line and then take off and get out to about the 37.
See it right there. He muffed that ball, picked it up, and still made a little yardage because the kick teams for Waco High, kick-off and punt teams have not really excelled very well this year, to be honest with you.
That Waco High defensive line, you see Jamie and Hensley, number 41, on the end on the near side. Also see Trent Freeman out there as one of the tackles. Handoff goes to Gebhardt, and Gebhardt on the quick hitter gets it up to about the 46-yard line, a gain of 9 on that play.
Well, he's brought down by Corey Ebram, and he was brought down, believe you me. That was a good hit for Corey, but already picked up 9 yards.
Brings up second and short. Many times this would be a passing down for teams, but not necessarily for Harker Heights. Gebhardt straight ahead. He may have the first down, but quickly getting to him was Deshaun Fisher. He does pick up the first down with the 2-yard gain out to the 48.
I would imagine Corey Ebram probably likes playing linebacker. He gets in more action than he does the defensive end.
Certainly does. Also on that defensive line is Jacob Mitchell. Nowhere for Carter to go this time. His forward progress has stopped Hebron, one of those there to bring him down.
Yeah, Hebron kind of led the charge. They was actually brought down by a host of red-shirted lines. Now, they always wore white pants at home. I thought they wore all red. I don't know.
He picked up 2 on that play. Second down and 8 at midfield. Gebhardt whistles blow as the play got underway, and apparently we're going to have another penalty against Harker Heights.
Foul start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
The 8th penalty to go against Harker Heights for 70 yards. I don't think Waco's been penalized once yet, have they? One time?
One time.
Okay.
We're still in the first half. They've already had 8 penalties. Not good.
Well, we got twice for 7 yards for Waco High. So it'll be second down from the 45. Carter loses the football, and Waco High looked like they were going to get on top of it, but Carter's able to get back on it. Boy, an outstanding job by Deshaun Fisher to get in the middle of Carter and knock the ball away from him.
That might have been Jamie and Henley, a freshman for Waco High, tried to pick that football up. If he'd have just fallen on it, Waco High would have had it. But you can't blame the young man trying to pick it up and get in the end zone.
They lose all the way back to the 33-yard line. A loss for Carter, a 12 on the play. Brings up third down and 25. Carter to pass, has some time. Now has to unload and overthrows his intended target as he tried to go to Mikael Mason.
So Waco High could come out of this with decent field position, depending on the punt. They may try to block it. They set up the return. We'll have to wait and see. Another look at it, that was not a good pass.
Back deep for Waco High is Jerome Ratliff, who had the muff earlier. Mason to do the punting for Harker Heights. Waco got close to blocking that. Gets it off the side of his foot. Ratliff will let it roll out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Corey Hebron came within the eyelash of blocking that one. He really did. But he's had the peace of mind not to, at least not to rough the kicker. You see that happen so often in those situations.
Harker Heights had it for 250 on that possession. Waco High takes over at their own 32-yard line with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the first half. And they own the scoreboard by a score of 3-2. Taylor going wide to the right side. Twins to each side for Long. Long looking to pass across the middle and is picked off at the 40-yard line. Looked like he was trying to get the ball to McCoy, but threw it behind McCoy. And making the interception for Harker Heights is Reese Vasquez.
I just have a funny feeling we may see Jordan Fuller next time Waco High gets football at quarterback. I don't know that, but the young man's got a lot of experience. Of course, they're trying to give Long some experience right now, but that was not a good pass at all.
It only took 6 seconds to cough it up. So Harker Heights will get it at their own 40-yard line. It's usually when coaches like to go for the bomb, but instead they just hand it to Gebhardt in the backfield, and he'll wiggle his way up for about a 3-yard gain.
Getting up off the bottom of that pile, Corey Ebram again. If he hadn't already been the defensive player of the game, he probably would be tonight so far, but he's been it earlier.
So 2nd down and 7. From under center. Carter hands it off to Gebhardt. Gebhardt finds his way up to the 45-yard line for a gain of 2.
Gebhardt has been their workhorse so far tonight.
Tank has him with 10 carries for 51 yards. His longest carry is 12 yards. 3rd and 5. Waco High looking for a stop here. Terrence Hayes in as a blocking back, but they'll give it to Gebhardt. He'll go to the left side and has the first down and more. Gets it into Waco High territory down to the 46-yard line. Give him 9 yards on that pickup and the first down.
That time, Waco High had a blitz coming from the linebacker on the far side. Well, they came this way and got past that first wave and picked up the first down.
Clock rolling with 2:33 left in the first half. A 3-2 game in favor of Waco High. That's somebody else with the football. That's Johnson, and Johnson's going to carry it to the house. I'm looking for flags, and there are none. Contavious Johnson, the sophomore running back, goes 46 yards and put Harker Heights in the end zone.
That was a thing of beauty. You see Johnson right there. Well, he's got outstanding speed. Nearly brought down by Rodney Ratliff, but he couldn't hang on, so there goes Johnson for 6 points.
On to attempt the extra point. Jamie Vargas puts it through the uprights. So with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the first half, Harker Heights has their first lead at 9-3 on this 46-yard TD gallop by Contavious Johnson.
Showed a little speed there, didn't he?
Certainly did.
All right, Waco High still has plenty of time, a little bit over 2 minutes left, but remember, they're not that prolific on offense. They don't throw the ball that well, and I don't know who we'll see Long at quarterback or whether we might see Jordan Fuller.
4 plays to cover the 60 yards in 1 minute and 39 seconds for Harker Heights to take their 9-3 lead. At least we're off that baseball score.
Yeah. We'll see if it is Davion Long again at quarterback when Waco High gets the ball. Maybe, may not be.
McCoy and Ratliff will be the 2 deep men for Waco High. Waiting for the kick from junior kicker Jamie Vargas.
I don't know if that front's hit yet or not, but I think it's hit in our part of the press box, don't you? The cold front?
Yes, sir.
Feels like it has.
Yes, sir. Not much wind right now. Kick off the side of the foot and goes out of bounds between the 35 and 40-yard line. Waco High is going to have some pretty good field position here. So it went out at the 38. 5-yard penalty should be put it at the 43.
All right, we'll see what Waco High does with the 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the half. Now you're trailing, so you need to get some points on the board. See if Long will be the quarterback again. I see
illegal kick out of bounds on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Nope, I believe we're going to see Jordan Fuller in their quarterback.
It is number 19, Jordan Fuller, the junior quarterback, taking over the offense. As Jeremy Ratliff in the slot on the near side, McCoy at the bottom of your screen. Ratliff goes in motion. They hand it off to Carpenter, and Carpenter straight up the middle, gets it up to midfield.
I think they'll give Fuller a couple of plays to kind of get his feet under him because he just now won the game. I think you'll see him throw the ball. When he does, look for number 4, Nakeebian McCoy, because that's been his go-to guy so far.
He marked it at the 49, so that's a 6-yard gain for Carpenter. Just his 5th carry of the night for 22 yards. Fuller passes incomplete. Don't think his receiver, Jerome Ratliff, was looking for it.
No, I don't either. Somebody got mixed up on that play. I don't know if it's a quarterback or receiver or both of them. So it did stop the clock, which is Waco High's favor, but Waco High still has 2 timeouts left unofficially according to the scoreboard.
Hand off to Carpenter. Big hole up the middle for Carpenter, and he is headed to the house. They are not going to catch Randy Carpenter as he'll go 51 yards for Waco High's first score of the night.
Boy, what a thing of beauty. There's a look at Randy Carpenter. Right there, he broke a tackle right there. And that there, he's gone to the house. They're not going to catch that young man. Good speed is what I'm impressed with. Right behind him is big number 84, Taylor.
And the point after put on the board by Chris Escada. So with 1:28 left to go in our first half, Waco High recaptures the lead at 10-5 thanks to this 51-yard run by Randy Carpenter. That completed a 3-play, 57-yard drive that only took 50 seconds.
So Waco High came back and answered after Harker High scored. I tell you what I was impressed with, Taylor being right behind Carpenter on that touchdown run. He's going step for step with it.
Well, we didn't see a touchdown for the first 22 minutes of the game, and now we've had 2 in the last minute and 50 seconds. So Harker Heights will get the football one more time. Both Johnson and Carpenter have shown us they can go the distance when they get some good blocking up front. Johnson went 46 for his TD. Carpenter for 51.
See what kind of kickoff now Skater's going to do. Is he going to try to kick it deep, one of them punch kicks or whatever? We'll see.
And Washington in the middle. And Vasquez on the near side. Going to come toward Vasquez. Will pick it up on a big hop at the 13-yard line. Has a bit of a crease. Stays on his feet. And finally brought down at the 45-yard line. Good job of staying back and making the tackle by Jacob Mitchell.
I tell you, the kickoff team for Waco High has been their nemesis this year. They just have not done a good job against kickoff or punts, either one.
It's going to be the best starting field position of the night for Harker Heights at their own 46-yard line with 1:19 to go, trailing by 1 at 10-9. Terrence Carter, the quarterback. Gebhardt is the tailback. Blocking back in front of him is Terrence Hayes. Hands it off. Fake the handoff. Going deep. Has a man, and it's complete inside the 25. Coming down with the football is Isaiah Devane. And Devane stays down after catching the football. Marked at the Waco 21.
I think J.D. Reese in on the coverage, but he and Keith Guillory are talking back there. I think somebody maybe messed up on that, but normally Harker Heights was not proficient at throwing the football, but they were that time.
Got 43 yards on the pitch and catch from Carter to Devane. Just the second completion for Carter in 7 attempts.
Well, they have 2 timeouts left, 1:11 left. And they only trail by 1 point.
Devane most likely lost the air whenever he hits the ground like he did, but all the way down to the 21-yard line.
I think that running game, Harker Heights kind of lulled the Waco High DBs to sleep a little bit.
A 33-yard pass on that play. Carter under center, hands it off to Johnson, and Johnson goes around the left side, gets it inside the 15.
They're moving the football right now. They're running it. Well, tackle finally made by Aquavian Mathis.
Got 8 yards on that one. To the 13. Pitch goes to Johnson. Johnson bounces around the left side and has a convoy that gets him into the corner of the end zone. And good for the 6 points. His second touchdown of the night. From 13 yards away.
Well, all these points have come in the last couple of minutes, haven't they?
Certainly have.
There's another look at it. Just a nice run that time by Johnson Young.
Jamie Vargas puts the PAT on the board. 35 seconds left to go. Harker Heights back on top by a score of 16-10.
There's another look at the touchdown by Contavion Johnson. Harker Heights. Now they got the 6-point lead. Waco High only has 35 seconds left until halftime, and they still have 2 timeouts.
Well, that was just 53 seconds to go 54 yards in 3 plays for Harker Heights to recapture the lead. We've had 3 touchdowns in the last 10 plays of the game. See what Waco High can do with 35 seconds left.
I see all the homecoming queen nominees lined up down there with I guess their parents. But plus we'll have the queen and king named tonight.
Jerome Ratliff along with Nakeebian McCoy deep for Waco High. Waiting at the 10-yard line. Again, no breeze to speak of now here at Waco ISD Stadium.
Do you think it's still before the storm or quiet before the storm?
Well, that storm's coming sometime tomorrow, not tonight.
Are you a meteorologist?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ball's going to roll down inside the 10. McCoy picks it up. Will bring it to the near side, picks up a couple of blocks, gets by one would-be tackler, and finally brought down at about the 16, 17, 18-yard line. Looking for one more block maybe to free him up the near sideline.
You see McCoy right there pick the football up and kind of uses his little speed to get the outside, but he couldn't outrun the next wave. And if you're Kwame Cavill and his staff, you only have 27 seconds left. Do you take a chance to try and put points on the board throwing it, or do you don't want to turn it over?
You don't want to turn it over.
I just keep it on the ground, go to halftime, you're still in the football game.
No, just give it to Randy Carpenter. He can go 82 yards in a hurry. I don't think it'd take him more than 27 seconds to go that far.
Well, they got to get enough people on the field before they do all that.
Now they finally do. Bad snap, and Jordan Fuller will just fall on it. And will Kwame Cavill call a timeout here? Apparently so, as the clock is stopped with 20 seconds left. Who called the timeout?
I don't know.
Harker Heights.
Harker Heights called the timeout. Explain that one, Coach.
Well, they still got one left, but that's not going to do them any good. If after this next play they can call it, but then the third down they can run out the clock if they want to. I keep that rascal on the ground. I wouldn't even risk a handoff, I don't think.
They lost 9 yards on that fumble. It's 2nd down and 19 at the Waco 9.
Hey, there's Manny Ordonis up there.
Hey, Manny. Good to see Manny out tonight.
There's a former Waco High player, or one father or something. He had to be a player.
A good crowd on hand here at Waco ISD
Yeah, it is a good crowd.
Stadium for Waco High's homecoming. They trail right now by 6 with 20 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Fuller puts a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to Randy Carpenter. Got room up the middle to run, and Carpenter gets it out to the 30-yard line and picks up the first down. Picked up 21 yards.
Waco High is up to call a timeout, even though the clock would have stopped on the first down.
Timeout.
13 seconds left.
Waco.
For Carpenter, that's just his 6th carry of the night for 88 yards. His last 2 went for 51 and 21. He's finding some running room all of a sudden.
We'll give him a little credit to that offensive line, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Did a good job of creating a gaping hole for him to run through on that play.
Look at that young man doing his Heisman pose. Best brother in the universe.
Yeah, he looks like a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yes, he
like
does.
about 20, 35.
That's his receiver on the right.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 30, 70 yards away from pay dirt with 13 seconds to go. Prevent defense for the Heights Knights. They only showed 3 men rushing. Carpenter with the football. They'll collapse on him after a close to a 10-yard gain. They're going to say he went down at the 39.
So Kwame's going to call his last time out, or did he?
Nope, they let the clock run out apparently. Yep, the clock did run out. So that's going to be the final play of the first half. And after the first 24 minutes, our score is Harker Heights 16.
Kwame
That's
called
the
the
final
timeout.
timeout of the half. Please reset the game clock to 3 seconds, please.
He called timeout 3 seconds. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everybody was leaving the field like it was over, and I heard the horn go off. So we got 3 more seconds to play.
You see Harker Heights going to the prevent defense right now. So there's no question about it that Fuller's going to have to air this one out. I'd throw it as far as I could. Maybe get over McCoy to run under him.
Might be a good time for another flea flicker. Wells goes wide to the far side along with Kamon Taylor.
Look at their safety. He's back there. It's the 30-yard line.
Long way back. Fuller throws out in the flat to Jerome Ratliff, and Ratliff will run down the sideline, get out of bounds with no time left on the clock. He goes out of bounds at the 40. He picked up 21 yards on the play, but that will finally end our first half. Harker Heights goes to the locker room with a lead of 16-10 over Waco High. Stay where you are. Our halftime activities coming up in a moment right here on Waco ISD TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Waco High School would like to welcome you to our 2018 homecoming festivities and introduce the Queen and King candidates. The candidates were nominated and selected by their peers.
Tonight, accompanied by Waco High School Principal Mr. Ed Love and Dean of Academics Miss Lisa Saxenian, is our 2017 Homecoming King Jackson Osborne, who will crown our 2018 king, and the 2017 homecoming queen, Reagan Lawrence, will crown our 2018 queen. The first queen nominee is Hannah Clayton. She is escorted by her mother and father, Todd and Jackie Clayton. Hannah is a member of WHS Varsity Cheer, JROTC, Waco Youth Advisory Council, National Honor Society President, Young Ladies of Empowerment, and a lead participant. She enjoys playing guitar and spending time with her dogs and family. She plans to attend Houston-Tillotson University and major in civil engineering. Again, Hannah Clayton.
The first king nominee is William Audette. He is escorted by his mother and father, David and Cynthia Audette. William is a member of the WHS varsity baseball team and an architecture ambassador. He loves playing baseball and fishing. After graduation, he plans to attend TSTC and major in architecture. Again, William Audette.
The second queen nominee is Christiana Caitlin Hernandez. She is escorted by her grandfathers, A.P. Tristan and Jerry Hernandez. Christiana is a member of the WHS drill team. She is a social coordinator and four-year player on varsity softball. She loves dancing, eating, sleeping, playing softball, watching movies, and spending time with her family. After high school, she plans on attending Texas Tech or UCLA to become a teacher like Coach Talley and joining the Army. Again, Christiana Caitlin Hernandez.
The second king nominee is Jacob Daniel Balderrama. He is escorted by his mother, Catherine Balderrama, and his senior AP English teacher, Jessica Castillo. Jacob is a member of the WHS varsity cross-country team, an AP art student, and student council vice president. He loves to draw and enjoys going for runs. After high school, he plans on attending UTSA to major in art education and become a high school teacher/coach. Again, Jacob Daniel Balderrama.
Tamara Lee Ritchie is our third queen nominee. She is escorted by her mother, Tina Roberts, and her father, David Ritchie. Tamara is a member of the WHS National Honor Society, AVID, Interact Club, Young Ladies of Empowerment, and a unified sports partner for Special Olympics. She enjoys spending time with her family, cuddling with her dog, and sleeping. Tamara plans on attending UTA and major in psychology. Again, Tamara Lee Ritchie.
Jordan Isaiah Banda is our third king nominee. He is escorted by his grandparents, Juan and Mary Lou Banda. Jordan is a member of the WHS varsity football team, track and field, and National Honor Society. He loves playing football and spending time with his family and friends. After high school, he plans on attending Midwestern State University and double majoring in accounting and business management. Again, Jordan Isaiah Banda.
Our fourth queen nominee is Taylor Danae Torres. She is escorted by her mother and father, Daniel and Melissa Torres. Taylor is an AB Honor Roll student, president of WHS Student Council, 3-year varsity cheerleader, Skills USA member, and plays softball for Waco High. She loves hanging with her friends, shopping, and trying new things. After high school, Taylor plans on attending MCC and transferring to TCU to major in criminal justice. Again, Taylor Danae Torres.
Our fourth King nominee is Corey Hebron. He is escorted by his mother and father, Danielle and Corey Hebron Sr. Corey is a member of the WHS varsity football team, powerlifting team, National Honor Society, and a lead participant. He loves going on trips with his family, playing football, and helping people. After high school, he plans on attending Texas State University or University of Houston to play football and major in sports management to become an athletic director. Again, Corey Hebron.
Haley Michelle Wise is our final Queen nominee. She is escorted by her grandfather, Noah Jackson Jr. Haley is a CTE ambassador, co-chairman for the Waco Youth Council, Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo Sweetheart, a lead participant, school announcer, WISD sideline reporter, senior class president, a member of the WHS Student Council, National Honor Society, Waco Youth Advisory Committee, and a lead participant. She loves watching movies, singing, and listening to music. After high school, she will be attending Prairie View A&M University and major in biology with a focus on the pre-med track. Again, Haley Michelle Wise.
Chris Escada is our final King nominee. He is escorted tonight by his mother and father, Carmen and Natalio Escada. Chris is a member of the WHS varsity football team, National Honor Society, and a lead participant. He loves playing football, spending time with his family, especially his two younger brothers. After high school, he plans on attending college to play football and major in business management. Again, Chris Escada. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for your 2018 Homecoming Court. Band, can we have a drum roll, please? Our 2018 Homecoming King is Chris Escada.
Band, can we have a final drum roll, please? Our 2018 Homecoming Queen is Christiana Ana Hernandez. Thanks again to all of the parents, family, and friends and alumni for attending the 2018 Homecoming organized by the Student Council.
Hope you enjoyed our halftime activities, and congratulations to Queen Christiana Ana Hernandez and King Chris Escada for being named the 2018 Homecoming King and Queen. At halftime, Harker Heights owns a 16-10 lead over Waco High. Between the two offenses, 299 yards of total offense in the first half. Harker Heights ran 34 plays for 169 yards. Waco High ran 23 offensive plays for 130 yards. Most of it on the ground for both teams. Harker Heights 131 yards on the ground on 27 carries. Waco High 111 yards on just 16 carries. Waco High 5 of 7 passing for just 19 yards. Harker Heights 2 of 7 passing for 38 yards. It's been one turnover in the game. That's when Waco High had the ball intercepted. Both teams have put the ball on the ground. Harker Heights one time, Waco High twice, but did not turn the ball over on the fumbles. Harker Heights has been penalized 9 times for 75 yards. Waco High just twice for 7 yards. And Harker Heights had the ball offensively quite a bit more than Waco High. They had it for 15 minutes and 47 seconds of the first half to 8 minutes and 13 seconds for Waco High. Our leading rusher in the first half is Waco High's Randy Carpenter with 97 yards on 7 carries. Second leading rusher in the game is Catavian Johnson, 72 yards on 6 carries. Andre Gephardt also has 60 yards on 11 carries for Waco High. Davion Long has 5 carries for 10 yards. Waco High has just completed 3 passes, 1 to Ratliff for 21 yards and 2 to Xavier Williams for a -2 yards, while Harker Heights has completed only 2 passes, one of those for 33 yards to Isaiah Devane and 1 for 5 yards to Contavian Johnson. We are ready to get the second half underway, and Waco High will get the ball first. Kicking it toward the far sideline, picked up at the 19-yard line by McCoy. And McCoy will get it up to about the 26-yard line, making the 27 before he's finally brought down. And Waco High will have a chance to recapture the lead here in the early going.
You see McCoy, you have it on that rascal. Then they dropped it, but I'm not a meteorologist, but I think the wind has changed direction.
You are correct. It now blowing from the north.
It was blowing from the south. So
it was.
They said that cool front will hit, and so maybe it's already here. Maybe it might bring some rain with it. All right, let's see if Waco High looks like it's going to be Jordan Fuller in at quarterback starting this second half.
And he'll have Randy Carpenter in the backfield with him. Handoff goes to Carpenter. Carpenter is unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. Stopped at the 25-yard line.
You see right there, I mean, that play never had a chance. That was a nice tackle by that. I'm trying to get the young man's number and name, but
numbers are hard to read.
They are very hard to read.
Kind of small. So second down and 12. Fuller starting the second half after the freshman Davion Long started the first half at quarterback for Waco High. McCoy, the wide receiver, to the bottom of your screen. Fuller looks to the far side, though, and completes it to Rodney Ratliff, and Ratliff loses the football after he made the catch and got several yards, but the ball's going to go over to Harker Heights. On top of the ball for the Knights is number 9, Devin Barnes.
You take another look at it, and you know what was going to be a good play turned out to be a disaster for Waco High, as Ratliff, for some reason, just dropped the football.
So 11 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Harker Heights has the ball for the first time. They have it in real good position at the Waco 37-yard line, first down and 10. Handoff goes to Gebhardt, and Gebhardt fights his way up to about the 32-yard line for a gain of 5.
And by the way, talking to some officials at halftime, that call was not incorrect on the fumble. It should have been Harker Heights football.
That's why I was confused.
So you weren't the only one. Evidently those guys on the field were too.
2nd down and 5. Carter under center, hands it off to Gebhardt. Gebhardt has some good blocking up front and will take it close to the 1st down marker. And we'll pick up the 1st down at the 27 in Waco's end of the field.
That turnover may have proved to be real costly for Waco High, especially if Harker Heights gets this ball in the end zone because they're already up by 6 points.
Tight end to the right of the formation. Gebhardt once again has the football, and Corey Ebron has him at the 25-yard line.
Well, Corey Ebron has made a lot of tackles tonight. He really has. And I think he makes, and I know he makes more tackles from his linebacker post than he did at defensive end.
A gain of 2 on that play. Brings up 2nd down and 8. One wide receiver to the top of the screen is Mikhail Mason. At the bottom of the screen is Isaiah Devane, but they'll hand it off to Johnson in the backfield, and Johnson found a cutting back lane to take it down to the 18-yard line for a gain of 7. It'll bring 3rd down and 1.
There's another look at it. I'm certainly not a mind reader, but I'd like to know what's going through Kwame Cavill's mind, because when he played at Waco High, it was a lot different Waco High situation than it is now.
Certainly is. So 3rd and 1. Defense looking for a stop here. Hand off to Gebhardt. He gets past the first line of defense and gets it inside the 10 down to about the 7. Pickup of 11 on that one.
Gebhardt has been their workhorse tonight. There's no question about it. Waco High is going to have to show up that defense. There's another look at Gebhardt that finally brought down. I believe that's Corey Ebron again.
Knights trying to take advantage of the 2nd turnover of the night against Waco High. Taking over at the Waco 37 and knocking on the door now, 1st and goal. Gebhardt has an opening, heads for the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown.
I tell you what, Harker Heights has found something they like on their right offensive side, the left defensive side for Waco High, because that's 2 plays in a row that got good yardage going off the right tackle.
So on to try the extra point is Jamie Vargas, the junior kicker, out of the hold of Mikhail Mason. Able to get it inside the uprights. 8 minutes and 37 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, and Harker Heights increases its lead to 23-10. And Coach, that wind you mentioned from the north, it's picked up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour.
It certainly has, and they said that northern would hit sometime. I didn't know it'd be tonight or tomorrow or whatever. It's supposed to bring with it some rain and really cold weather compared to what we've been having. Let's put it that way.
Took Harker Heights 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go 37 yards and 6 plays. They did it all on the ground. Most of that by Gebhardt. She got 30 of the 37. So Waco High now trails 23-10. When they had a chance to take the lead to start the 3rd quarter, as they got the football, but they turned it over on the fumble by Ratliff.
Yeah, the team that took the win to start this 3rd quarter, all of a sudden Waco High has got the win in the 3rd quarter, and I'm like you, those flags are really, really blowing right now.
Whipping pretty good.
That's going to mess up my hair when I go down the sideline.
Which one?
The one on the left. What are you laughing about, Tank? We ain't got a...
He's got the one on the right.
I'd like to acknowledge our crew tonight, but haven't been given a list of all of our crew members. Have you?
I haven't seen it yet. They'll bring it to us. Pop-up kick. McCoy takes it at the 20. Or excuse me, that's Ratliff who has the football and has a open, comes to the near sideline. The kicker's the only guy he has left to beat. Able to get by him, runs over one of his own teammates and gets it all the way down inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. Well, he made up for that fumble by getting the Lions some great field position here.
Well, this was a nice run this time by Ratliff. Actually, he was tackled by his own man. Unfortunately, the one that slowed him down anyway. Right there. You see right there, he really didn't, that was, who was that, number 40?
Yes, sir. We also have a Harker Heights player down at the 25-yard line.
That must have been, I guess.
We got a block in the back on 21 red.
All right, we got a block in the back, but where's the flag?
I haven't seen one yet. Maybe the wind blew it away.
Well, that was a 64-yard return for Ratliff to the 16. But after they take care of the injured Knight, player down is Jalen Mack, a senior wide receiver.
There's another look at it. You'll see that was really a nice return that time by Jerome Ratliff.
They say the block in the back occurred at the 32-yard line.
Did you see a flag, Lark?
No, sir.
Okay. I thought my eyes were failing me because I didn't see one either.
During a return, illegal block in the back, return team number 21, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, first down.
But they will have it in Harker Heights territory at the 42-yard line after that 10-yard walk-off, which is just the third penalty against Waco High in the game. It takes a lot of yardage off that nice return by Ratliff. Jordan Fuller is the quarterback, has both Sammy Johnson and Randy Carpenter in the backfield with him. Sammy Johnson gets the handoff. Carpenter gets a block for him at the edge, and Johnson speeds up the sideline and steps out of bounds at the 32.
It was a nice run that time with Sammy Johnson on it. So just a little sweep right there. Good blocking up front. He makes a good cut right there and makes good yardage. You remember the days people used to huddle up?
Yes, sir.
Look, I didn't know that. You
A
remember
long
that?
time ago.
Yeah.
Sammy Johnson got 10 on that play and picked up a first down. 8:18 to go, third quarter. Heights with a 23-10 lead on Waco High. Fuller takes the snap. Johnson has it once again, cuts it inside, and will be knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Pick up a 5.
All of a sudden, it's become the Sammy Johnson show. He's had a couple of really, really nice runs on the same play, the sweep to the right side.
Johnson off to the left. Carpenter off to the right. Same basic play. Johnson finds a cutback lane, and his forward progress takes it up to the 24 for a 3-yard gain on the play.
That was the same play, except that instead of going outside, he decided to cut inside that time. Picked up positive yardage, but it does bring up a 3rd and short.
Got to get to the 22. They're definitely in 4-down territory here.
Oh, no doubt about it. You're trading 23-10. You got the wind at your back, and it is a stiff wind right now.
Number 54, Jaquise Wells on the near side on the end. A sophomore offensive lineman trying to make some way for the running backs. And now this time it's Jordan Fuller who'll find a cutback lane, gets it inside the 20 and down to the 14-yard line. First carry of the night for Jordan Fuller.
They had three backs in the backfield, which we don't see very often, but 2 of them were blocking backs for Jordan Fuller. Did pick up the first down.
Fuller with the 10-yard pickup. New set of downs. They can pick up another first down before the touchdown. Also doing some blocking on that right side is the tight end Oliver Jones, number 10. Also getting a little help from 52, Herman Newton. Fuller under pressure gets away and takes it down near the 10-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds by Malaki Robinson. But he gets it 4 yards on the play.
I know they'd take 3 points, but I would imagine they'd rather have a touchdown here. He was, yes, knocked out of bounds quite handily, I might add.
6th play of the drive that once again started at the 42 thanks to the nice return by Rodney Ratliff, but they block in the back. Took it from where it would have been at the 16 all the way back to the 42. And we have another Harker Height night being looked at by the training staff. Andy Wilson and Jana Ochoa, the trainers for Harker Heights, as they will help Jalen Clark to the sideline. A second down and 6 from the 10-yard line for Waco. McCoy goes wide to the far side. Wells, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. This is almost that old Texas high school adage of run it till they stop it.
Yep.
Handoff goes to Sammy Johnson. Cuts it back inside, and the spin will get him down to the 6-yard line and pick up another first down.
Maybe a little short, I think, Lord.
You're right. He's to the 6. He picked up 4 on that one, so it'll bring 3rd and 2. The math was a little off there.
I think they're going to go for, if they don't make it on this down, I think they'll go for it on 4th down.
Absolutely. Corey Ebron in at the line at the running back spot, and timeout called by Harker Heights. They saw something different.
Timeout. Harker Heights.
We hadn't seen
That's
that before.
the first of the half.
It's been a long time since we've seen Corey Ebron on the offensive side. He was in the backfield.
I would bet he's going to carry the football, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir. He's going to run over people. We still may see that.
They're doing the chicken dance. This guy's fired up.
Dancing for his chicken.
Those kids having a good time out at Waco ISD Stadium. That's not the chicken dance. I don't know that's what that is.
Sammy Johnson has now carried the ball 5 times for 22 yards. Randy Carpenter is 5 yards shy of the 100-yard mark. It would be his 3rd 100-yard game of the season. Waco High's offense trying to overcome a 13-point disadvantage.
You do that chicken dance, Lord?
Not as well as you do. 3rd and 2, Ebron in at the running back spot. He has the football. He heads up the middle, and he will get into the end zone for the touchdown. Corey Ebron, who was part of the homecoming court, gets a touchdown with 5:42 left to go on this plunge up the middle.
I didn't think they put him in there running back just for a token. I figured he's in there for a purpose, and he was. So here comes our man to put it up there.
Homecoming king Chris Escada.
That's him.
Puts it through the uprights. And Waco High has cut the Harker Heights lead. Now 23-17. Another look at Corey Ebron just taking Knights into the end zone with him.
He took like 3 of them with him that time. Old Corey went back to told old Kwame, I told y'all to be a running back. We may see more of him at the running back position. That's what the officials huddling up about now.
Took 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go 42 yards in 7 plays, all on the ground. 6-point contest, Harker Heights on top of Waco High. But each team has managed to score here in the 3rd quarter.
I tell you what, that 3rd quarter's gone pretty quickly, hasn't it?
Certainly has.
Now we'll see if the Waco High defense can corral this Harker Heights offense, which they were not able to do on the last possession.
Chris Escada, with the toe that he has and the wind at his back,
he could kick it out of the end zone.
He could kick it out of the stadium. May pick this up on the 18th green over at Cottonwood.
Could do it.
Well, he's going to squib it, though. at the 20-yard line. Picked up by Isaiah Devane, and Devane gets free and gets out to the 35-yard line.
Well, he's very fortunate because I thought he was going to be tackled around the 20 or 25, and he did a good job keeping his feet. Take another look at it. He kind of fumbled this football a little bit. Right there, picks it up. I thought he was tackled by number 42, which is Evan Campbell.
So Harker Heights have Terrence Carter under center and handed off to his tailback Gebhardt. Gebhardt gets it up to the 41-yard line before he goes down in the hands of Nicavian Mathis.
I tell you, Waco High right now is getting a good dose from Gebhardt, no question about it.
Picked up 6 on that play. 2nd and 4 at the 41. Pitch goes to Gebhardt right side and has some blocking. And heads down the sideline. Finally being caught by Raymond O'Neal, but not before he gets all the way down to the 12-yard line. But is there a flag somewhere? Yeah, there's one back at the 42, and there's also a Waco Lion down on the field as Zamir Latchison is going to be looked at by the training staff of Justin Efford and Emily Kuhn.
Looks like it's got to be some type of block in the back or against Harker Heights, I would think. I'm sure that Patrick Harris, sort of say Patrick Neal Harris or whatever the name is, that's Patrick Harris.
Well, Gebhardt will get 17 yards out of it, I do believe, and then they'll mark off the penalty. Actually looks like they're going to mark it from the 45. So that's actually 14 yards that he picks up, but now they'll move it back 10 yards to the Waco 45. Excuse me, the Harker Heights 45.
Good to see that young man Waco High coming off under his own power.
They will pick up the first down.
Zamir Latchison is a young man that was down, but he came off. He's good to go.
All right, that's good to see.
Offense, number 4, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Call the holding penalty on Mikhail Mason. Johnson with the football, gets away from a couple of Lions and stays on his feet till he gets close to midfield. Contavian Johnson's a slippery little dude. He's just a sophomore, so we'll see him for the next couple of years.
I tell you what, Jaden Ridge had a shot at him right there in the backfield, could not hang on.
4 yards up to the 49, brings up 2nd down and 6. Clock rolling with 4:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Pitch to Johnson, right side. In and out of would-be tacklers, and we'll get it up to the 45-yard line and pick up another first down for the Knights.
Brought down by a host of Waco High Lions, led by Keith Gullery Jr.
Pretty good running back combination in Gebhardt and Johnson for Harker Heights. Coach, we've only seen one pass in this quarter, and it ended up in a fumble. Gebhardt now with the football around the right side. Corey Ebron corrals him and brings him down at the 41. 4-yard pickup for Gebhardt.
I bet old Gebhardt sleeps good tonight.
I bet he do.
Because he is a workhorse.
For Gebhardt, that's his 17th carry of the night for 96 yards and a touchdown.
Oliver Jones checking in defensively for the Waco High Lions.
Normally we see him as a tight end on offense. On the defensive side right now. Gebhardt up the middle, right side. Inside the 30, down to about the 28.
Look, I don't think there's any secret to anybody that the Harker Heights offensive line is winning that line of scrimmage.
3rd first down in this drive that started at the Harker Heights 35-yard line. We're all the way down to the Waco 28. Looking to go back on top by more than a touchdown. That's Johnson back in as the running back. He'll take the football up the middle, stay on his feet, and churn down to the 22 for a pickup of 6.
Getting them up off the bottom of the pile is Jamian Henley for Waco High.
8th play of this drive for Harker Heights.
This is a huge play for the Waco High defense.
Certainly is. Johnson on the counter, back to the right side, bounces it outside, and will carry a Waco High Lion out of bounds at the 6-yard line. I thought I saw a block in the back, but no flag thrown as Demarion Lyons a little slow getting up at the 15.
Keith Giller is the young man that knocked him out of bounds for Waco High, but I thought that play might be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but that's just a good run that time. Harker Heights is knocking on the door.
From the 12 to the 6, which was 16-yard pickup, or from the 22 to the 6. It's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Harker Heights is certainly, like I mentioned, winning the line of scrimmage. There's no question about that.
Also have Keith Guillory coming to the sideline limping a little bit, so Waco High without 2 of their better defenders here with Demarion Lyons and Keith Guillory headed to the sideline.
Yeah, both of them bunged up just a little bit.
So it's 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
I give it to Gerbhardt. Is he in there?
No, Johnson's in there right now.
Give it to him then.
Terrence Hayes in front of him blocking. He'll find a hole on the right side, gets away from the first wave, but not the second wave, and we'll get it to the 4-yard line. Corey Hebron in that second wave.
How many times tonight have we mentioned Corey Hebron's name?
75.
Yeah, a bunch, I'll tell you.
2nd down and goal at 4. A little tougher sledding inside the 5-yard line. Gephardt has, and Johnson is just decked by Corey Hebron.
Corey Hebron is a good football player. He really is.
Loss on the play back to the 6. 3rd and goal.
If there's any way they could even hold them to a field goal here, that'd be a feather in their cap.
Absolutely.
And that's not a gimme against that strong wind, I wouldn't think.
Certainly not.
No.
Got a full house backfield now. Handed off to a new number in the backfield. That's Romel Dudley, one of their captains, who carries it down to the 3. First time we've seen Dudley carry the ball.
Yep. All right, it's decision time now for Coach Edwards. I guess it's not. I think he's going for this, isn't he?
Actually, they mark it at the 2. So Dudley picked up 4 yards. Goal line stand. Waco High looking for it here. Carter fakes it on the bootleg. Carter will make it into the end zone.
I tell you what, that was an excellent call that time by Coach Edwards and his staff, because I think everybody thought they were going off tackle. Nice fake and a nice touchdown run. No question about it. He did a great job of Terrence Carter.
On to try the point after is Jamie Vargas. He'll put it through the uprights. 29 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Harker Heights lead is now 30-17 thanks to this bootleg run to the corner by the quarterback, Terrence Carter.
So Waco High has 29 seconds left to have the advantage of this pretty strong win at their back.
65 yards in 12 plays, took 4 minutes and 13 seconds for Harker Heights to get up by 13 once again.
Clark, going into game night, based on what these teams have done, I thought it'd be a defensive struggle, but so far we've had 47 points put on the board.
Well, it was a defensive struggle for about the first 20 minutes, but the last 4 minutes of the second quarter is when all the scoring started.
Well, maybe on Kevin McCoy or maybe Jerome Ratliff can break this thing for a long game, give Waco High good field position.
Ratliff broke the last one all the way down to the 16, but a block in the back brought it back to the 42, and Waco was able to get a scoring drive there of 7 plays. Vargas ready to kick it away into that breeze. Gonna hang up in the air and brought in at the 22-yard line by Ratliff. Ratliff looking for some blocking, has a lane and cannot get away from one. Harker Heights Knight is grabbing him from behind is Idris Haith. And we got a flag back at the 36-yard line. Well, he's going to drop it back at the 30. Apparently that strong wind blew his flag 6 yards the way he didn't want it to go. So
Could be a block in the back, but I don't know that.
yeah, most likely it's going to go north from there.
Doing a return. Holding. Return team, number 5. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So that'll put it back at the 20 for Waco High, 80 yards away. They'll have to do most of that into the wind as there's just 20 seconds left on the third quarter clock, and that 20 to 25 mile per hour breeze going from left to right on your television screen.
Well, that penalty negated that pretty nice return that time, but that's the way it is.
Jordan Fuller has gone the distance at quarterback here in the second half. Randy Carpenter, the lone running back, in the backfield with him. Carpenter gets the handoff, looking for a cutback lane, but it's closed up pretty quickly. He'll get about 3 yards out of it to the 23.
That's probably going to be the end of the third quarter, I would imagine.
That is the final play of our third quarter, 12 minutes left. After 3 quarters, our score is Harker Heights 30 and Waco High 17. Now let's go down the field and check in with Haley. Haley, take it away.
Hi, my name is Haley Wise, and I'm standing next to Cristiana Hernandez and Chris Escada. So, Cristiana, you're a senior at Waco High, you've been here for 4 years, and you just won Homecoming Queen. How do you feel?
I actually feel really blessed because through the whole way, I had 4 amazing girls by my side supporting me through the way, and I feel really blessed to have y'all by my side.
Chris, you're a senior as well. You've been here all 4 years. You've been playing football. You're getting ready to go to college, and you just won Homecoming King. How do you feel?
I feel great. You know, it's my last year at Waco High, and I just want to enjoy it and make it the best year of them all.
Okay, so we both know that you guys have had your celebratory moments, but what do you guys plan on doing after this moment and after the game?
I'm planning on going to the block party outside the parking lot to dance it up.
Now, Chris, what about you?
Same thing. Go to the block party, have fun, enjoy the night. Night is young.
Thank you so much, guys. Back to you, Larkin Butch.
All right, Haley, thank you very much. Congratulations once again to the Homecoming King and Queen. Second down and 7.
They can have a dance after this?
Yeah.
We may want to check it out.
Might have. You can do the chicken dance there. From the 23-yard line into the wind now for Waco High. High snap, but Fuller brings it down, gets it off to Carpenter, and Carpenter looking for some running room. Knocks off a couple of shoulder tackles, takes it into Harker Heights territory, and finally gets it down inside the 35-yard line. Nice run by Randy Carpenter. He might get near the 200-yard mark tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice run that time. I see no flags on the play, and I tell you what, Randy Carpenter already had a 51-yard touchdown run, so he's having a good night so far.
That was a 43-yard run there by Carpenter to bring up a 1st and 10 at the Heights 34. Let's give him 44 to the 33. Pass in the flat to Rodney Ratliff, and Ratliff will get it down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 7 on that play on the pass. Now, you don't see a whole lot of passing in this game. What has been completed, most of it's gone to Rodney Ratliff, number 17.
And remember that Waco High is going against this stiff north wind right now.
From the 26. A 3rd down and 3 after that 7-yard pickup on the pass to Ratliff. Fuller now 3 of 6 passing, and Harker Heights is going to call a timeout.
Remember, following the football game, we'll be visiting with the offensive player of the game and the defensive player of the game, and hopefully Coach Kwame Cavill.
I hope your committee brought their overcoats.
Yeah. I did not bring mine. I might could borrow one from them.
Windbreaker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Waco High has now run 35 plays for 213 yards, and Randy Carpenter has 141 of those yards on the ground. That's going to be his biggest game ground-wise of the year so far. Harker Heights has run 51 plays for 271 yards, and Andre Gebhardt has 105 of that, while Contavian Johnson has 122 of it.
That's the second time out of the
There's
half.
your speckled puppy right there. That young man executed the speckled puppy, waving to the camera. What does that say on the shirt? Let's race, I guess.
Yeah.
I bet he can boogie.
He may be the fastest 5th grader. 2nd down and 3. Fuller had to reach up for the snap. Maybe spoiled a little of the timing on the play as Carpenter is dropped for either no gain or possibly a loss. Looks like they're going to call it no gain at the 26.
That's really the first bad snap we've seen tonight from either team.
Yep.
We normally see 4 or 5 a game.
Looks like we got a new deep snapper. Jordan Banda was the deep snapper to start the game. Fuller finds a cutback hole and has some running room. He's headed for the end zone at the 10, and all the way down to the 5-yard line goes Jordan Fuller.
Got a Waco High youngster down across the way. I cannot see his number from here, but that was a nice run that time. You take one more look at Fuller. You don't see him running the football that often, but he showed a couple of moves right there. Waco High is on the lip of the cup.
Jordan picked up 20 on the play down to the 6-yard line. It is Jordan Banda who's still in at the center for Waco High. Right now, I'm not sure who the injured player is. Waco High again started this drive at the 20, and this will be the 6th play of the drive as they're picking up yardage in chunks. 44 yards by Carpenter, now 20 yards by Fuller.
There's Kwame Cavill and old Justin helping him off the field. And I'll say one thing, I bet it's a lot warmer down on the field than it is in this booth.
Well,
I'm bringing ear muffs next week and gloves, everything.
Yes, sir.
Overcoat.
Jordan Banda is the player being helped from the field, so we're going to have a new center. Banda was moved over from a tackle position to center this week. He's favoring a right leg. We got to be sure about the center snap here. Now taking over at center is number 71, Jordan Becerra, a junior. Low snap picked up by Fuller. Fuller, unable to get around the corner as quickly to take him down, is Romel Dudley.
And I think that low snap kind of messed up the whole timing on that play, but you got a brand new center in there, and it's a tough situation to come in, but Becerra, he just got to have to weather the storm. That's all they can do.
2-yard loss back to the 8-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and goal. Checking the offensive brain trust, led by offensive coordinator Robert Glenn on the near sideline.
His son quarterback for Conley doing a good job.
Hand off to Corey Ebron, his 2nd carry of the night, and he'll get it back to the 6-yard line.
Now, Lark, I know they're probably within field goal distance right now, but they'd still be trailing by 10 points even if they converted the field goal. So I don't know.
Well, that field goal's not a sure thing, especially with that wind blowing in at about 20, right in the face of the kicker.
This is a huge, huge play here. It really is.
Man-to-man on Wells at the top of your screen. Fuller, though, fakes the handoff, rolls, throws in the flat. It is complete to Jones, and Jones will get it to the 1-yard line. One of the few times this year they've thrown to Oliver Jones, a tight end.
You just take a look at it right there. And boy, he was talking about the length of the cup. He was just about 6 inches short. So I bet you, I don't know. We'll see. I thought we might see Corey Hebron in there, but I don't think so.
Well, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. They stack it all up. Jordan Fuller, he fumbles the football, picks it up, trying to get yards, and they blew it dead before he's ever down, Coach. Best I can see.
Well, that's what's happened. You got a different center in there, and this did not get the exchange between the center and the quarterback. And they don't go under center that often. Maybe that's one thing that the kids nowadays, they just don't go under center very often for whatever reason. Everybody runs a shotgun or spread or whatever.
9 plays go from the 20 to the 1 and come away empty. So they went 79 yards in those 9 plays, but stopped at the goal line with 8 minutes left in the contest. Held the ball for 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Harker Heights has the football.
That was huge for Harker Heights right there.
Sure was. Waco High'd like to pick up a safety here if they could defensively. Getting it out to the 5-yard line.
I don't think you'll see Harker Heights throw the football down there.
I don't think so either. That was the quarterback, Carter, who just kept the ball and forged straight ahead for 3 yards to the 4. Carter still under center. Will turn and hand the ball off to Johnson this time, and Johnson is decked by Corey Hebron before he gets to the 10.
Yeah, Corey Hebron's had one heck of a night so far for the Waco High line.
3rd and 3 at the Heights 8-yard line. It looks like we've got another Harker Heights player being attended to. This time it's Mikhail Mason, who we've seen on both sides of the ball as well as on special teams. And actually we got 2 Knights being looked at, as there's also a player down at the 4-yard line.
Keeping their trainer Andy Wilson kind of busy tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, he and his assistant Jana Ochoa. Look like Mason is having trouble with cramps. Need to get him some pickle juice.
Yep.
He's up on his on.
You know, I haven't had a cramp since you gave me that pickle juice.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that pickle juice helped you. Jack Middleton, an offensive tackle, also being helped to the sideline. One of their captains tonight.
I would like to acknowledge our crew, but to be honest with you, I don't know who they are, except Mr. Tankersley is doing a great job with the stats, as always. That's nothing unusual for him. They call him Statman. That's his nickname.
No, his nickname is Tank.
Okay, Tank Statman.
3rd and 3 from the 8. Hebron comes crashing in, misses the man in the backfield, but Johnson's going to get it to the 10-yard line and still be a yard shy.
I bet you Coach Edwards uses every bit of that 40-second play clock as he can, because time's on his side right now.
Certainly is. Waco High trails by 13 with 6:45 and counting left in the contest. Matter of fact, he may just tick this down and then call a timeout. Now, he only has 1 timeout left. Is that correct?
Waco High calls a timeout.
Ooh.
Timeout. Waco.
You don't think Harker Heights will go for this, do you?
No.
I wouldn't think so.
If they do, they're loco en la cabeza.
That it must be, is it raining or they just make sure the umbrella's working.
Just make sure the umbrella's working.
I hope that's the case. No, I see people scattering. It must be.
I don't see any spots on the sidewalk that appears to be rain.
I see a lot of bugs, though. I see.
Bugs as in Bugs Bunny?
Yeah.
Right now, Harker Heights has run 54 offensive plays for 279 yards. Waco High 41 offensive plays for 263 yards. Both these teams have been grinding it out on the ground. Waco High 219 on the ground and 241 for Harker Heights. Right now, Waco High not sending anybody back to receive a punt, but Mikhail Mason in there in punt formation. Waco High is not necessarily buying it. Now going back to receive the punt is Rodney Ratliff. Mason gets it off. Ratliff watches it check up and then take a Harker Heights roll inside the 50-yard line and get down to the Waco High 44. So 46 yards on the punt. As Waco High the ball with 6:24 left to go in the contest, trailing by 13 at 30-17.
There's still plenty of time, but they got to make hay while the sun shines.
Waco High, Harker Heights had it for 1 minute and 36 seconds. Punching the ball out from the 1 to the 10 before they punted it away. Receivers to each side. Carpenter gets the football, reverses his field, picks up a block from his quarterback, Jordan Fuller. And we'll get it up to the 49-yard line for a 5-yard pickup. Long way to go for 5 yards.
Yeah, it is. He did get a good block from Fuller, but once again, the clock will be under 6 minutes remaining in this football game. When they take his next snap, you're trailing by 13 points right now. You got to get something going quick.
Sarah still in as the center. It's got Juan Rivera and Jesus Salazar to his left. And off to Carpenter, looking to go straight ahead, but there's no room at the end there. No gain for Carpenter on that play.
That's a good defensive stand right there by Harker High. Not a defensive stand, but good defensive plays. They penetrated and actually stopped Carpenter before he got going. You take a look at it right there.
Guard and tackle on the right side for Waco High is Erman Newton and Jakeezy Wells. Trying to find some running room for Randy Carpenter or Jordan Fuller. Facing a 3rd down and 5. Fuller looks to pass, pump fake, steps up in the pocket, throws deep for McCoy, and McCoy can't get to it. Underthrown just a little bit. McCoy made a good adjustment on the ball, but just couldn't get to it.
Boy, Kevian McCoy was wide open that time. If Fuller could have just got the football to him, but remember, that's a strong breeze he's throwing that football into, and it held it up a little bit. So this is a parent punting situation with 5 minutes left in the football game, though. You're down 13 points. Might be a fake, I don't know.
Chris Escada, the homecoming king, waits for the snap. Mason waits deep for it. No, it's a short to Ratliff, and Ratliff's going to be tackled back at the Waco 45-yard line for a loss of 4.
That tackle was made by Marcus Harris, and if I thought it might be a fake punt, I'm sure Harker Heights did also. So
4:56 left in the game. Waco had it for 1 minute 28 on that possession. That didn't pick up a first down, and Harker Heights now in Waco territory, 45 yards away from extending their 13-point lead of 30-17. Heights looking to pick up their first win of the season. Carter, the quarterback, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson around the left end. Slides one would-be tackler will not get away from Rodney Ratliff, though, but not before he picks up a first down.
Thank y'all. Yeah, I appreciate it. You get home before it gets too cold. Then next Friday night, we'll be right here as I believe University's hosting Burleson Centennial. Okay, our offensive players of the game tonight are Randy Carpenter, and our defensive player is Rodney Ratliff. We visited those two young men, hopefully Kwame Cavill, following the contest. And by the way, Waco High will be on the road at Plains Shoemaker next week. And like I said, University will be hosting a very good Burleson Centennial team who beat Burleson 21-7 last week. And I thought Burleson was a really good team.
He did. Johnson picked up 12 on the play in the first down, but left the game with an injury. So now you got Gebhardt as the running back, or actually that's not Gebhardt, that's Dudley, and Dudley's going to head for the end zone and make it in from 32 yards away. Romel Dudley with his first touchdown of the night. The senior captain maybe puts this one out of reach for the Knights.
Yep, I believe you can start singing that old Willie Nelson song right now, don't you?
This is where the dandy one sings, turn out the lights.
That's it. You're not exactly Willie Nelson. That's pretty close.
Or Don Meredith. Vargas sets up for the point after attempt out of the hole to Mikael Mason.
They got 12 people on the field. Now they just got 11.
That's unfair to use 12 against 11, isn't it?
That's cheating.
Point attempt is going to be short. So 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in this one, and Harker Heights now on top of Waco High 36-17 thanks to this 32-yard gallop by Dudley.
Well, they got a stable of running backs, don't they?
They do.
They really do. Gerhart and Dudley, all these guys. The Waco High is behind the 8 ball now. I know they don't like to throw the football, especially into that stiff breeze, but they're going to have to, I believe.
2 plays, 45 yards in just 21 seconds. Make that 31 seconds on that drive for Harker Heights. Well, the first 10 minutes of this game, or actually the first 22 minutes, I guess it was, of this game, we didn't think we were going to see a whole lot of scoring, and then all of a sudden the floodgates opened.
Yep, they did. That young man, Waco High, going off on crutches, that's not a good thing to see. Don't know who that is because he got his jersey off, so I couldn't see his number.
Well, I'm afraid that may be Jordan Banda.
I think you may be right, too.
You got to believe that Vargas will get a foot into this one and try to put it out of the end zone with that 20-mile-an-hour breeze at his back. Gets under it, though, and it checks up and goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So Waco High is going to get some decent field position out of this at the 33. But Heights does avoid the return by doing that.
They're going to have to put the ball in
Illegal
there.
kick out of bounds on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Harker Heights has had a slew of penalties tonight, 11 for 90 yards. Jordan Fuller will have both Sammy Johnson and Randy Carpenter in the backfield with him. He looks to pass. From under a rush, throws it out of bounds. And a flag thrown. We'll find out what the meaning of the flag is.
I'm sure Patrick Harris will tell us all about it. That pass never had a chance. Jordan Becerra is the man in his center now since Banda went out. And that might have been banned going off of crutches. If it is, that's not a good
Ineligible
situation.
receiver downfield. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
The penalty on Jason Wells. He's only a sophomore, so actually his name not Jason, Jay Keith Wells, I guess. How you say?
There you go.
That close enough?
Yes, sir.
I got the Wells right. I know that.
So it brings up a 1st and 20 from the 28. Make that a 1st and 15 from the 28. Fuller to pass to McCoy. And McCoy, a good pickup. Just shy of the first down as he picked up 14 on that.
That was a nice play, but remember the clock continues to tick, and this next play will be under 4 minutes. You're down 36-17. You've got to really make hay while the sun shines right now.
At the 42, 2nd down and 1. Clock rolling under 3:50 to go. Waco High trails 36-17. Fuller back to pass, goes down the sideline, too far. Going for McCoy again. Just launched that one.
Around the 3-minute mark, I'll be making my way down to visit with Randy Carpenter, Rodney Ratliff, and hopefully Kwame Cavill. Nice camera work right there. You can just see that ball was overthrown. Intended for Akebian McCoy, who's one of their leading receivers.
Fuller now 5 of 8 passing for 60 yards. Hand off to Sammy Johnson. Johnson will get the first down before his forward progress is stopped at the 45-yard line. Pick up a 3.
That'll stop the clock until they set the chains, but once they set the chains, they'll start that clock running. There's another look at it.
Well, I believe Waco High at this point is just working on offense, making sure that they can run plays and not make mistakes. Fuller going for the sideline, a little behind Wells, but Wells able to make the catch, a nice one-handed catch by Jaquan Wells.
That was a nice catch.
Gets into Harker Heights territory for a 6-yard pickup. 2nd down and 4. Sammy Johnson gets around the corner and goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Another pickup of 5 on that play and brings up another first down.
How many yards rushing does Randy Carpenter have so far?
Randy Carpenter 147. Sammy Johnson now with 30.
All right, I'm making my way down. If it goes in overtime, I'll be back.
Johnson takes it ahead, and boy, he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Just a nice square-up tackle there by Malaki Robinson, a junior defensive end, who stopped Sammy for no gain. 2nd and 10. Clock continues to move. 2:20 left. Fuller passes in the flat, and it is complete to about the 38-yard line. Pick up a 7 on the play. I would give you that youngster's name, but I don't have a 40 on my roster. Brings up a 3rd down and 5. Fuller passes. This is complete to McCoy. McCoy's progress will take him to the 32 and give him a first down. Picked up 6 on that pass to McCoy. And now a timeout called by Waco High. They'll have one more left.
Timeout. Waco. The
Again,
2nd of of the half.
Waco High, if things stay as they are for the next 88 seconds, Waco High will drop to 1-5 on the year and 0-4 in league play. And their next game will be on the road at Shoemaker. Meanwhile, Harker Heights looking to pick up their first win of the year. And next week, they will play on Thursday at home against Midway. So 1st and 10 from the 32. Fake to Johnson. Pass is underthrown, and waiting to see if that is or isn't an interception. And I believe they do give it to Harker Heights. As coming up with the interception is Reese Vasquez at the Waco 8-yard line. Well, that should seal the deal for Harker Heights. Second interception of the night. Each quarterback for Waco High has thrown an INT. And it'll be actually at the 13-yard line where Harker Heights will get the ball after that interception. Waco High 54 offensive plays for 304 yards. Randy Carpenter finishes the night 13 carries for 147 yards. Harker Heights most likely will take a couple of knees here. Andre Gephardt, 19 carries for 105 yards. Johnson gets the football, and Contavious Johnson gets it out to that's not Contavious Johnson, that's number 20, Patrick Martis. First time we've seen him carry the ball.
Timeout. Waco. That's the last timeout of the game.
So he picked up 7 yards on the play and brings it out to the 3, or to the 20. Mentioned Gephardt, 18 carries for 105 yards and a touchdown. Terrace Carter carried it 10 times, but because of some losses along the way, only 2 yards, but he also had a touchdown. Contavious Johnson, 17 carries for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns, one of those from 46 yards out, another from 13 yards out. And Carter passing the night just 2 of 7 for a grand total of 38 yards. Waco High started Davion Long at quarterback. He was 2 of 5 with an interception. Jordan Fuller, meanwhile, 8 of 12 passing with 1 interception. Second down and 3. Just going straight ahead with the football is the quarterback Carter, looking for the first down. Take that back. That was number 23 with the football, Alex Munoz, who's now in at quarterback. And a flag on the play. Coming to the sideline for Waco High, Joseph Curley with the helmet off. Now let's see the meaning of the flag.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 66. Player has been disqualified due to his actions. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So they get the first down on the penalty. They'll take it out to the 30. Where are they going to move it to? The 35, 36-yard line, 36-yard line. We'll give the quarterback Munoz 1 yard on the play and then add on the 15-yard penalty, and there's just 1 minute left and counting in this contest. Once again, it's Munoz at the center. Hands it off to Jalen McElwraith. And McElwraith gets it up to the 42-yard line. Pick up a 6 on the play as Harker Heights gets some reserves some playing time here in the waning moments of this contest. Waco High cannot stop the clock again as they've used all their timeouts. So this will be the last snap of the game for Harker Heights. Michael Wraith again with the football. Bounces it outside, and actually this is Martis, number 20, who gets hit at the sideline, and they're going to throw a flag as he got hit right at the sideline. Martis got it all the way down to the Waco 48-yard line for a pickup of 10, and now the flag most likely will add another 15 yards to it. Waco was penalty-free for the most part.
Foul. Defense, number 8. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That'll march it down to the Waco 32-yard line with 13 seconds left. And let's hope Jerry Edwards instructs his quarterback to take a knee. They do appear to be in victory formation. No, he'll hand it off to Martis, and Martis will get it up to the 29-yard line. He'll pick up 3, and that will be the final play of this contest. So Waco High goes to 1-5 on the year, 0-4 in league play, while Jerry Edwards and the Harker Heights Knights picks up their first win of the season. They're now 1-4 in district competition. Harker Heights prevails over Waco High tonight by a score of 36-17. Stay with us when we come back. Our post-game interviews right here on Waco ISD TV.
Back at Waco ISD Stadium, where the Waco High Lions have lost the heartbreaker tonight to Harker Heights, a big district loss. Our defensive player of the game is Rodney Radcliffe. Our offensive player is Randy Carpenter. First, we're going to visit with Rodney. And Rodney, I know it's tough on you guys. You were geared up to win this one, but it was a close game to about the third quarter, and the wheels came off.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about your kickoff return you had.
That was my brother.
That's your brother? Okay.
Yes, sir.
But talk a little bit about the defense tonight.
I mean, our defense, we worked hard. We did what we had to do. We had to make a couple of adjustments. But, we wasn't focused. We really wasn't executing the plays like we're supposed to. But we can get out there and try it again. Next game.
That team didn't throw the ball a lot, but they had a couple of good running backs.
Yes, sir. They can run. They're decent, but we're better. I know that we're better, but we just gave up. I feel like we just gave up. We could have did better than what we did.
Back to the drawing board and get ready to go to Shoemaker next week.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you guys. Let's visit with Randy Carpenter tonight, who I think the last count had close to 150 yards rushing, including a 51-yard touchdown run. Can you describe that touchdown run?
Man, my offensive line just gave me a big hole, and I just gave what all I had in me.
Randy, talk a little bit about this Waco High team. I know you've been around Waco High for several years, and the motto is the pride is back. You guys still got that pride, but you just cannot turn the corner.
It's all about execution and doing what we gotta do. Like every week we put a hard work in. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday we do what we gotta do. But the thing is, like, I don't know. It's not like about our coaching staff. It's like we just ain't had a long time with Coach Cavill like we had with Coach Harker. We gotta do what we gotta do for the rest of the last 4 games.
You know what? Like I say, there's still 4 football games after the season. You can still salvage the season and just get ready for Shoemaker next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, good job tonight. I know it's tough for you guys to lose, but all you can do is put this one behind you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's bring Coach Cavill in here and kind of wrap it up. Kwame, I know it's very disappointing for you. It's no question this game was close, and all of a sudden the wheels came off.
Yeah, we just have to make sure that we're doing the right things and handling adversity right now. When it rains, it pours. And as a team, we just got to get better and mature in situations like this. So we may be able to bounce back when things not going our way. And right now, we tend to look at each other and place blame a little bit. And that starts with me. And I'm going to do a better job of making sure we're prepared for those situations and come out those things. And it'll happen. It just takes time, man.
Talk a little bit about the quarterback situation.
Yeah, well, we went with the freshman. He showed some promise last game, and he showed us today that he's still a freshman. And Jordan came in and did an admirable job, an outstanding job. He's been doing that all year. He came in and salvaged what was there. And we're just going to continue to evaluate that position just like we evaluate every position out there on the field. And it's an ongoing process, and we're in it.
Talk a little bit about the play of Randy Carpenter. That young man, he's a workhorse, isn't he?
He can play. Now, Randy can play, man. He works. He plays hard, works hard, and we just got to get 22 of them playing just like he plays, and we'll get there. It's gonna take some time.
Well, I know you're very disappointed because when you played at Waco High a few years ago, it's a lot different. It was a lot different ball club, and all you get to do is put this one behind you, get ready to go down to Shoemaker.
Yeah, we gotta stay positive. I gotta find it's a glass half full type of deal, and that's the mentality we gotta have, a growth mindset, and we will. Our team is growing day by day, play by play, practice by practice, and that's what we gotta do. I mean, I wish it was a red or a blue pill like the Matrix that we could take, but we can't. You just gotta strap your boots up and practice hard and evaluate the film, get what you can out the film, and move on to the next.
What to say? Rome wasn't built in a day, was it?
It was not. Wish it was, but it's not. It's not, man. It takes a while, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it brick by brick, and this team is up for the challenge. My coaches are up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge, and we're gonna respond.
Good luck next week.
No doubt. Thank you.
You betcha. Let's bring on Larky and wrap it up.
First 20 minutes of this game, we thought they were going to see a defensive struggle, and all of a sudden they broke out in touchdowns. Just Waco High didn't get enough of them.
No, they didn't. And the big play was down Waco High's on the lip of the cup, and they fumbled the snap, and to me that pretty much let the air out of their sails.
Certainly did. Well, it's got a little breezy down here in the field as well, but tonight the final score is Harker Heights 36 and Waco High 17. For our entire crew from Waco ISD TV and the Coach Butch Henry, I'm Lark Smith. Good night from Waco ISD Stadium.